Pun Diddley is dead! And I, for one, could not be more excited. And here is its life story. So transport yourself way back to 2014. At the time, I was making videos on Messianic Mondays, and that night I was chatting with my friend Kevin about, general YouTube stuffs, and he recommended making another channel more like neutral and just about my personality. I really liked that idea, but had to stop talking with him because our family went out for ice cream, which is a pretty good reason to stop talking. While eating my mint chocolate chip, because of course, that is the best ice cream flavor ever, I was talking to my dad about this idea and we started to brainstorm together. For example, I was considering calling it the banana split, because at this point in time, I had the mindset that Pun Diddley would be a show. Hence the all-white background, or well, my attempt at making an all-white background behind me, and just like the general feeling of the channel was much more like produced. Well, how about when somebody is telling a really long story that honestly you're not that into, but you don't want them to know that because that'd just be really rude. So you just kind of sit there like, so the other day I was at the store and I saw this really cool alarm clock that lit up and like crazy. Vibrated every time the alarm went off, and it was very interesting because it said certain things that were really funny. And so I had settled on the banana split. I thought that was kind of funny and easily rememberable, so I got home and discovered that that username was already taken. Ah, darn. Now, in my normal everyday life, I make a lot of puns. Just ask anyone that hangs out with me. However, I don't really do that when the camera's on. I don't know why, but I didn't know that at this point in time. So I decided to make the first word for the name of the show be pun. And I was just like randomly saying nonsense syllables in my head and came across Diddley. And I was like, oh, there we go, Pun Diddley. It just sounds fun and like lighthearted to say. Boom, bingo, and that is what stuck. However, at that time, I was a sheltered homeschooler and didn't know that that word already had a meaning. And it was not something I would want to be associated with. Google is your friend. But by the time I discovered that, it was too late. The train had left the station and was plowing full force ahead to... I don't even understand this metaphor myself. The snowball was rolling and it was gaining traction and it was too late to change anything. So I stuck with Pun Diddley. And each day growing to hate it more and more and more. Especially over this past year. Like when I started daily vlogging on my second channel, whenever someone would ask me like, oh hey, what's your channel? I would not even mention Pun Diddley at all. I would just share my daily vlogging channel. I started to absolutely loathe this name. And that resentment and loathing has been building up inside me more and more and more until now. I've decided enough is enough. This is my channel. I'm changing things. I am changing this to just my name. So this is much less of a show. I don't want this to be a show. This isn't some proper formal thing. Like, no. This is you and me. This is real. This is raw. This is my life. Being all like stuffy and scheduled, and that's in complete antithesis to what this channel is, which is an extension of me. And that is why Pun Diddley is dead and replaced with Chris Porter Howard. And I could not be more excited about this and proud of the name because it is who I am. When someone asks for my channel, I can just give them my name, Chris Porter Howard. Look it up. My goal with everything I've done is to make something that I am proud of. And now, I am finally proud. But it's not just the channel. For the longest time, I was selling merch on Spreadshirt, which is like the go-to, small YouTuber merch store, everything. And it was okay, but I wasn't proud of anything. I didn't know what I was doing at all. I'm not a designer, but the merch was good enough. But I wasn't proud of it, I personally wouldn't wear the stuff. And that is not good. So I've scrapped all of that and started completely fresh with the sole focus of making stuff that I am proud of and would wear. And that doesn't look like merch, but instead it's just something that you like wear, you know, when you're out and about with your friends, just casually. A design that is completely original, but is also very much like me. And so without further ado, a completely original, 100% made in the USA dad hat. I've been drawing smiley faces like this since I was in grade school. This is something that's honestly intensely personal to me, and I'm proud to finally share it with the world. And it was very important to me not to have this just screen printed on, but actually embroidered. This is a pretty darn high quality hat. Look at this, made in the USA. There's a little tag that sticks out, and I'm proud of it. I'm genuinely proud. But if you're not really feeling the white, here is my Stay Positive cap. I chose black and white for the colors for two reasons. One, because honestly, like that's mostly what I wear. And two, because they go with practically any outfit. A design that I am proud of, I'm proud to share with you, and hopefully something that, you know, you can actually, it's useful in your daily life. So there you go. Those are my big announcements. There's also a beanie with this design, but considering it's been like in the hundreds all week, so now if you're like, I need that in my life, or at the very least, just like, oh, that's cool. I scrapped Spreadshirt and created my own website, chrisporterhoward.com. It's wonderful to finally feel proud again of what you're making. I am really excited for the future and for all of these changes. And darn it, it's gonna be a good time. And when it comes to the actual content of these videos, the best is yet to come. Stay positive.
When the sun comes up, I'll be falling.